Hello, my name is Brandon Board and I am the Information Services and Online Learning Librarian here at AMBS. This video is the third in a series of videos aimed at providing you some tips, tricks, and best practices as you think through the process of writing a paper. This video, along with the next couple of videos in the series, will follow Turabian's advice on writing a paper. We'll be talking through some of the things she covers in chapters 4 to 6 of her Manual for Writers. The ideas she covers here are how to first engage your sources, second, constructing your argument, and then third, planning a draft. We have multiple copies of this book here in the library, so if you're here in Elkhart, feel free to stop by and have a look, or if you're not here in Elkhart, let us know and we'll get you a scan of the chapters you need. Now in this video, I want to talk about synthesizing information. Now the word synthesize is a verb which essentially means to take a number of things, different things, and combine them into a coherent whole, which is basically what you do with a research paper. You can think of it a bit like following a recipe to make food. You take a number of different ingredients, or in this case, ideas from different sources. You combine them together with your own original thoughts, and you do the work to cook up something new. So, how is it that you go from a pile of books and articles to a paper? Well, there are 4 key steps to remember before you ever actually start writing. So again, thinking back to this analogy of cooking, these are the steps that you're taking to prepare your ingredients. You can't just take a pile of vegetables and throw them in a pan and call it a dish, right? You have to cut them up, mix up the other ingredients, preheat the oven, get the spices around. Once the preparation is done, then you can actually start the work of cooking. So in this case, there are 4 steps I want you to remember as you prepare to write your paper. First, read your sources. And you want to read them twice if you've got the time. The first time you're just trying to understand what the author is saying, and then the second time you read, you're actually engaging and taking notes and indicating concepts and connections between this source and your ideas and other sources. You want to avoid just repeating what the author is saying, so think about how this source relates to your overall idea. Second, use a concept map to draw out your ideas, and we'll look at what a concept map looks like here in a minute. Once you've completed a concept map, take those ideas and arrange them into an outline with the main point and supporting arguments below. And then finally, once you've done that, you can begin to flesh out the structure of your paper by writing some paragraphs based on the ideas in your outline, and you can always circle back to the notes you took in step 1 to get some writing material. Now, as you're reading and putting together your concept map, you want to be thinking about how you're going to convince your reader to see things from your point of view. So you want to try to anticipate questions and objections your reader might have to what you're saying, and then build your argument around those questions and objections. We do the same kind of thing when we have a face-to-face conversation with someone, and there are some key pieces to consider as you build this argument. Turabian refers to these key pieces as claim, reason, evidence, warrant, and then acknowledge and respond. So the claim is your big idea, the main idea that you're arguing. What is it you want your reader to believe? What's your main point? And then reasons follow that. Why do you say that? Why should I, your reader, agree with you and what you're saying? Then you provide evidence. How do you know these things to be true? Can you back it up? And then with a warrant, this means you're drawing connections between points or reasoning. You have to make the connections for your reader. You can't just assume that they know everything. You need to draw those connections yourself. And finally, you want to anticipate potential objections your reader might have. You acknowledge those objections and respond to them. So with all that in mind, let's think through the idea of a concept map. In the video's description down below, I've included a link to a template you can use, but this is often just as easy to do on a piece of blank paper with a pencil. So if you need the template, feel free to grab it. Otherwise, just grab a piece of scrap paper and away we go. So the first step is in the center of your paper, you're going to write your claim or your main idea right there in the middle. For example, I'm going to make the claim that panda bears are cute. That's what I want to write my paper about. Next, you're going to write down reasons for your argument. So again, these are why should I believe you? And you're going to connect these with lines to your main argument. So here I've got 3 reasons why I think panda bears are cute and why you should believe me. Finally, you're going to write down the evidence and connect the evidence to your reason. So evidence, again, is how you know or how you can back up your reasoning. So I've connected some different pieces of evidence here to my reasoning. Once you've got your concept map completed, you can think about the flow in your paper and the order you think it makes sense for these different reasons and arguments to appear. You can number those reasons on your concept map, and then you can convert this concept map into an outline with 3 to 4 section headings. So that takes care of a lot of the work of preparing to write a paper. Give this a try and be sure to reach out if you have any questions. Thanks and good luck.